I don't know why we're going after Big Banana in this episode, but sure.
Oh, you want to fight me, Big Banana? Come on, Chiquita.
This is Then You Ruined It, the podcast that will last until one of us makes it weird. Hope you have a short commute.
So, you and I are just plummeting towards old age, right? Like, don't make a face. Like, we're aging rapidly. The world is leaving us behind.
Not rapidly. I mean, it's my fault. It's not like my body just decided, all right, I'm taking off later, and I didn't keep up. It's like, I'm getting older, and I'm not starting to treat my body like I'm getting older. I'm still like, nope, I'm still in college. This is how I live. It's like...
I can have Kit Kats for breakfast, because Kit Kats are for breakfast.
I wish. I did have one 2 days ago. Not as my sole breakfast, but definitely as part of breakfast. It's also called Get This Damn Halloween Candy Out of My House.
My son came home the day after, like, it would have been the 2nd, and he's like, where's the Halloween candy? I want a Three Musketeers bar. And I'm like, dude, it's gone. How did it go already? I'm like, I don't have candy in the house very often. I ate half the bowl, and then your mom took the rest. She's like, you're eating this too fast. I'm like, thank you. Well, let me get that last Kit Kat.
Yeah, I think I've jokingly told the kids that I was taking their stealing candy when they weren't looking, and they like get stone faced, just like, you better not. I'm just like, no, I'm just kidding.
You haven't taught them the glorious thing that is dad tax?
I mean, no, they've definitely seen me take candy before. Not this year, I guess, because I don't know. I don't think they feel like they got as much, even though they're still eating it. Like they're picking it as... My son got lucky and got pink eye around Halloween, so since he has to take eye drops for the first time ever, as he took those, he got to pick a candy treat with each eye drops. So he loved taking his eye drops so he could run and get a piece of candy. So when that gravy train ended a couple of days ago, he's like having the shakes. It's like, Dad, I'm having withdrawals. It's like, oh no, son. Here you go. I'm going to just put this Three Musketeers in an IV for you.
This kind of leads into what I wanted to talk about, because generally aging is a big part of what we think about these days. As we age, our bodies start to fall apart. Our brains aren't as sharp as they once were. Things we find hilarious, we're told by children, are not funny at all. And on the whole, we always focus on the bad parts of getting older. But today I want to talk about something that has vastly improved since I was a child. And I remembered it today as I was going across the kitchen, and I'm like, you know what? I would like some chocolate chips right now. And so I went to the cupboard and I got some chocolate chips and moved on with my life. When I was a child, I once fell down the stairs and started to cry because I had fallen down the stairs and I was 4. And my mom, thinking quickly, said, oh, it's okay. Here, have some chocolate chips. And I was so enamored by the ability to eat raw chocolate chips that I would throw myself down the stairs, really getting hurt that I may have chocolate chips.
So did you ever smarten up and fake the injury so you could get the chocolate chips? Or did you actually just commit to the bit and hurt yourself every time?
No. I am an honest, upstanding, moral young man. I would not lie to get chocolate chips. I would commit child seppuku and throw my poor broken body down the stairs and get chocolate chips.
Huh. What he actually means is he was too dumb.
Yes, I was too dumb.
Now you look back and you're like, wow, I could have, if I was a better actor, maybe that was my moment. It was my time to shine. Instead, I just went for the wrestling of it all and actually hurt myself. Now my life will be shorter because of those damn chocolate chips.
They might be. I don't know. I take it the other way. I think I'm going to live longer because I'm way bouncier than most people. I learned how to take a fall from a very young age. I missed my true calling of being a stuntman. I could have jumped out of windows. I could have crashed cars. I could have gotten set on fire for money, which I could then use to buy chocolate chips.
So did it actually work? Like, did you learn, like, okay, with a flat back bump, you want to spread out your arms to lessen the impact and to basically take it all instead of just taking it one spot and it really hurts? Like, did you learn lessons like that? Or is it just like, well, I'll try not to fall on this shoulder because this one might actually be broken and I need to give it some rest?
I just thought, okay, our stairs are carpeted. It can't be that bad. Do it. Do it, you pansy. Don't be afraid. Don't think about it. Here we go.
All for chocolate chips, which, let's be real, they're fun. They go well in cookies and everything else. If you eat too many chocolate chips, even as a kid, like if you eat like 20 in a sitting, you're going to be ill.
No. I don't know what it is about the chip shape, but it makes chocolate better. There's no better geometric configuration than the chip for delivering cocoa, butter, and sugar to my body.
In fact, I love it so much, I've turned everything into chip form.
Look, I was just thinking, like, why aren't more things chips? What else could I chipify? I'd eat meat chips. That's just like little burnt ends. That'd be good.
No, because
just make them a little more chip shape.
The part of the chip that I think you like is it's the texture, it's the hardness. You don't want a hardness with everything. You don't want your meat feeling that hard. You don't want, no. You're ruining a good thing. There are many things you could do, but not everything.
Well, maybe, yeah, definitely not everything. I don't want like a banana chip or, I don't know.
It's the only one you got. Just bananas.
Yeah, and actually banana chips are just dried bananas, and those are okay. I mean, they're not great. Like, it's the only fruit that gets less good when you dry it. All other fruit magically gets better, but bananas are like, this is adequate. Which, bananas are basically just half a step above adequate, and then they got downgraded when you dry them out. But
I don't know why we're coming after Big Banana in this episode, but sure.
Oh, you want to fight me, Big Banana? Come on, Chiquita.
I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to them now, so I'm not standing up for bananas.
Wait, how you're allergic to apples and bananas?
The apples, I'm not sure.
What about apples and bananas?
I eat apples. I eat quite a few, not quite a few apples, but I eat lots of slices of apples, mostly because I have to cut some up for the kids, and then it's like, well, there's this little bit of apple left that they're not going to eat. Looks like it's going to Daddy. And
I swear at one point in our history you said apples gave you diarrhea.
No, it wasn't giving me diarrhea. That was the one that my mom told me I was allergic to. So I avoided it, and I had like an allergic reaction to some cereal that supposedly had apple in it when I was a kid, so that's what set like the whole thing off, and it probably was something else, and it just got attributed, so... Well, with the case of the banana, I had to finish one when I gave it to my son one night when he was sick and was hungry, so I was like, okay, well, do you want something to eat? Your tummy hurts. Yeah, I want a banana. Okay, so I got him a banana, and usually that does the trick. This one, he took like one bite and was like, I don't want this. And so I was like, okay, well, this is here, so I guess I'm going to finish this banana, because I was the only one up at that point. And went back to bed, and I was like breaking out in hives before I got under the covers. And I was like, well, this is new, and it sucks.
Oh, yeah, you sound very allergic to bananas.
Yeah, so I'm not taking any chances, since, I mean, I could have like a small bite and see what happens, but that sounds like that one may be out for me, which I'm fine with, because, like you said, they're mid.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is about bananas, but like your child eating a bite of banana and then giving you the rest of it, that sounds perfect, because by the time I get down to that last bite of banana, I'm so sick of banana. I don't want that last 2 bites of banana. It's like, no, this is garbage. This is appalling to me now. The first bite, this is delicious. Second bite, I can live with this. Third bite, why are bananas so big? Why aren't bananas like strawberry sized? That would be so much better. And a strawberry could be the size of banana.
The progression of banana eating by the time you get to 4th bite. Why is this so large? How dare you? You get mad at the person that grew the bananas.
That's going to be like my 4th or 5th question when I get to God. And I'm going to be like, seriously, bananas did not need to be that big. Let's rethink this. Workshop this. I got some fruit ideas for you.
I'm sure God has never heard everybody's fruit ideas. I'm sure he'd love to hear about the fruits that he should come up with, despite the numerous weird-ass ones that already exist.
I already gave you people star fruit.
I'm not doing it anymore. That's it. I washed my hands. You came up with that one, I was like, no, that's stupid. And I walked away. Haven't made anything since. Stupid star fruit.
Fruit should be as a service. There should be new types of fruit coming out, and there should be like patch notes. Like, we should be getting updates to fruit. All fruit development stopped with the seedless watermelon, and they're just like, we've done it. We've perfected all fruit. We're done.
You're taking the worst aspects of something we love, video games, and adding it to other things. We don't need patch notes for fruit.
I love a good patch note.
No. We do not need DLC for fruit.
Play Dwarf Fortress, and you'll learn to love patch notes.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's different.
Oh, cats don't vomit until they've drowned themselves in it anymore. Neat.
So I'm trying to think of anything that I would do as a kid that was self-destructive, but I didn't care. I mean, there's plenty of things, but nothing like that. You're talking about throwing yourself down the stairs. I would throw myself down the stairs, but it's because I wanted to be Mario. And specifically, so with Mario 3, they had the raccoon tail and everything, and you can't fly like that. I can't shake my butt and fly. But when Mario in Super Mario World decided to get a cape, and he would float while he would fly, which I can't fly, but then he would float, and he would... So they never actually showed, and it still bothers me because I used to draw a lot as a kid, and I was like, well, where is this going to? So he had the cape, and the cape, when he would float, would get like tucked into his boots or something, and it would make like a parachute, and he would float with that. But they never actually showed it going into the boot. So when I would draw it, I'm like, it just ends behind the boot. Like you can't see it because it's a 2D drawing. These aren't 3-dimensional characters. So I always was like, where does it go? Like where is that end of the cape going that he can do this? And my solution was, put on shoes and tuck the blanket as hard as I could, maybe even tie it around my foot and then put the shoe on. So trying to get it to stick to my foot so I could then hold the other ends and try this out. And the only place I had to jump off of was my stairway, so I'd get 4 steps up, as high as I could probably go at that point, because we had like a bend in the stairs, so if I jumped off any higher than that, I would just hit the bend in the stairs and kill myself. So...
Super Mario World came out in 1990. You were like 9.
10, probably.
You were 10.
9 or 10, yeah.
And you were like, I unfortunately cannot grow a raccoon tail to fly, but I can tuck my cape into my shoes. This will work out great for me. Why isn't everyone doing this? We're wasting all this time and effort going to the airport.
I mean, if I could have perfected it, maybe I could have helped the world, but, it wasn't to be, so I took my capes and I hung them up, and I never flew again. That was my favorite accessory as a kid. Tie any blanket around my neck, and boom, I'm a superhero. Like, I didn't care how thick it was, how thin it was, how short it was. I could make a cape out of it, damn it.
Oh, that just makes sense.
Yes.
That's just
yes.
Classic kidding. You're doing great.
I think I used it to regulate my temperature. So I would just go around everywhere with a cape on, so it's constantly either really hot or everybody else is really cold, and I'm just like, oh, I'm perfectly comfortable. I look like a goon, and it actually led a girl I knew in college, and I still know her today, but I met her in college, and I kind of quickly understood that I was like a nerd, and I like superheroes and whatever else. So for Christmas, one year, she made me an adult cape. And it was like not fancy, I won't say fancy, but it clasped with Velcro, so I didn't have to tie it like, a child. And it said SJ for Super Jason, I think, on it. And I was like, I remember when I got it, then because we always went to Denny's for a late night dinner or whatever. Going to Denny's, I wore my cape. I still have that cape somewhere. I don't know where it's at now. I'm sure it made the move, but I have no idea where it's packed. But that was one of the most thoughtful gifts I've ever gotten in my life.
Okay, yeah.
One of. My wife also got me a 3D resin-like prototype of one of my characters from my webcomic that I did years ago.
That's cool.
Yeah, she got that. The guy that actually made it for me is one of the guys that does 3D prototyping and costumes now for Marvel movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hot dang.
Yeah.
Do you still have that thing?
Oh, yeah. I can't show you in the camera, but I'll show you later. It is still back there. His hair broke off. He had really tall, like springy looking hair, and it broke off at some point, and that was sad, but the rest of it's still intact and everything, so yeah. That is what I say the most thoughtful gift I ever received, but the cape is right up there with it. I just can't say that because my wife will give me a look.
Is this the girl who said your butt was perky? Because there might be some residual resentment.
It actually is. I love that you know that.
I could tell. Your eyes lit up when you started talking about her.
Oh, she's married to another friend of mine, and we're all friends together, but it's, my wife is totally cool with her. Just me saying that is not the best gift I've ever gotten is to this day, just contention. It's just like, well, all right, shut this house down. Nobody leaves. Mommy's going to murder Daddy, and you don't get to say a thing.
I'm going to make you do... She makes the kids also murder you so that they're part of it. They can't tell. Or if they tell on her, they also go to jail.
It's got way darker than I thought it would. All from a very thoughtful wedding gift. And in case you're wondering, no, I did not reciprocate. I did not get her a thing. I got her a blissful life together.
If she got you something that made you super Jason for your wedding, you need to get her like a metal bustier to make her wonder whatever. I think that would be the appropriate gift to give her.
I agree. I mean, you're mixing them up. The girl/girlfriend got me the cape. My wife got me the figure of my figure. So.
Oh, wait, your wife got you a gift when you got married?
Yes.
My wife owes me a gift.